III. All right. So, Kiahna, another question that we have for you is with regard to the tax implications. You
Yes.
know, it's great on the front end, like, oh, I needed this money. This has been such
Yeah.
a relief for my business. But I don't know that people are really considering the tax implications
Yep.
downstream.
True.
Help us out. Paint a picture for what the impact to personal business taxes, whatever the case may be, what that looks like for business owners who have received PPP funds.
Yeah, so that's a great question because now that once everything is over, there is no taxes. You don't have to claim the PPP as a income. However, the caveat to this is you also cannot claim the expenses you used to get the forgiveness for COVID as deductible expenses.
Got it. So they're taking it
So
off both sides of the balance sheet.
yeah, absolutely. So I think you have to be careful. And I think what we're trying to, at least I'm trying to keep abreast on is how um, what the gap rules are going to be, what AICPA is going to issue, because when you put it on your financial statements, I'm telling people to put it as a loan until it's forgivable. But even then, it gets squirrely because I have some colleagues who are going to put it under other income,
Right.
some colleagues who are going to put it to equity. But from a tax perspective, regardless of what the final outcome is for proper accounting for this,
Mm-hmm.
the tax implications, just make sure you understand what that tax implication is going to be. I always tell you people the government is going to make sure they get
That they
their
get their
money.
money. You better believe it. You better
So
believe it.
just be careful in that because you will not be able to, at least the guidance right now. You guys, all of this could change next week.
Right. So don't,
Let's be clear.
don't do it.
Let's
Right.
be clear. Because what's also, there's some other things that people are pressing for, which is automatic forgiveness of loans 150,000 or less. And that hasn't been approved, but by the time we hit next week, all of this could change. And
Right.
so
For sure.
please connect with a tax professional, an accountant that can help you through this.
That's a great, great caveat. It's so important to understand. I just want to make sure that at least I'm clear. Maybe everybody else on this call is clear, but I want to make sure I'm clear. What I heard you say from an income perspective, regardless of how these PPP dollars are classified on your financial statements, from a tax perspective, it's not considered revenue or income, right?
That's
However,
correct.
the expenses that we have accredited to the forgiveness are also not deductible. Am I phrasing that properly?
That's correct.
Okay. So on your P&L, you may have PPP funds listed as a income or revenue item. However, when you get ready to file your taxes at the end of the year, and this is independent of formation, right? This doesn't matter whether you're LLC, S corp, they're treating this all the same across.
Yeah, and that so far that's the guidance. So
Okay.
far that's what I've read is it does not matter.
Okay. So regardless of what's on your statement, just know that this does not mean that you all of a sudden had the year of of your business's life and you can claim another $150,000 as your top line. That's not the case here. All right, that
No,
helps.
it's not.
Okay.
It's
That
not.
helps. Thank you for clarifying that. So I think in terms of wrapping up, I just want to kind of open the floor. What are some of the parting thoughts, if you will, things that you want to make sure that the small business community walks away with respect to loan forgiveness or just the PPP program in general?
Well, a few things. One, there's still funds available. And so if you have not applied and you're thinking about applying, but you've heard all of the scary things about it,
Right.
the application is actually pretty simple. And if you have questions, I'm sure your financial institution will help. The second thing is make sure you have your documentation. Whatever documentation you use to get the PPP loan, I would suggest you maintain that level of actual documentation as you spend the money. Set up a separate account if you have not done so. If you're in the midstream, start getting that documentation together.
Awesome.
My other suggestion is once you start dealing with owners, people over $100,000, et cetera, and the percentages of ownership, it can get a little squirrely. So I would suggest reaching out to a tax or accounting professional to help you with that if you have questions. And make sure you really stay tuned to the current events, because just as as a financial professional, we're constantly getting information as it changes. Just even if you don't understand the information that comes across, the news cycle, write it down and then connect to someone that can help you understand any of the changes, because I believe there will be further changes coming.
Yeah, I think we can bet on that given the history for sure.
Right.
So to that point, Kiahna, if I am a business owner or an independent contractor, sole proprietor who has listened to this, has some follow-up questions, and wants to follow your advice of following up with a financial professional, and I need somebody to help me mind my business, how can they get in contact with you for further consultation?
Well, thank you for that. And so, yes, I am the owner of Mind Your Business Accounting and Consulting. We help small businesses and nonprofit organizations really navigate accounting and finance and tax. And so PPP is also an area in which we're strong at, and making sure that our clients are set up for total forgiveness in the particular loan, and understanding and interpreting all of the information that we have received and that we will receive in the future.
Yes.
And I always say this: if you are not in the business of accounting, finance, tax, and you're a small business owner, do what you're good at, and then hire someone. And so you can hire me. I am available. If you go to my website, I am at team, like Go Team, MYB, which stands for mindyourbusiness.com, and set up a free consultation. It's free to sit and chat and answer some high level questions.
Awesome. Kiahna, thank you again for your time and your expertise. This has been so eye-opening for me, and I'm sure it will be for the audience as well. And look forward to seeing some folks come through there, because I know that this is a hot topic of conversation.
Yes.
And nobody wants to fumble the bag. So listen, get in contact with Kiahna, reach out to her. We'll put the URL at the bottom of the video so that it's super clear for you. Let's make sure, guys, these are government funds. We don't want to waste this opportunity. All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much, Kiahna.
All right.
I'll see you later.
Thanks, Bobby.
All right.
Bye.